The Nintendo Switch has been around for almost 7 years and is using a very outdated technology. Now, the Japanese gaming giant has finally decided to introduce its successor, the Nintendo Switch 2. Here is what we know so far. Price. Speaking of the price, the Nintendo Switch OLED is currently priced at $349. If we were to make an educated guess, we'd say the next-gen Switch might be around that same price, especially if it comes with an OLED display. Yet, a recent leak from a source suggests that the next Nintendo Switch could be priced at $399. That's $50 more than the first Nintendo Switch, but it makes sense as hardware costs are generally on the rise. Release date. Insiders with knowledge of Nintendo's next-generation console hint at a release date in the second half of 2024. However, a fresh analyst report suggests a March or April 2024 release from Nintendo to counter the strong sales of the PS5. But the most recent rumor about the Switch 2 comes from Nate the Hate, who suggests that the Switch 2 appears to be ready for a reveal or announcement in March. If this turns out to be accurate, and considering the historical gap between the announcement and release of the first-gen Switch, we might witness the launch of the Nintendo Switch 2 in late August or September. Specifications and concept design. Given the success of the current Switch, Nintendo is expected to stick with NVIDIA's system on a chip, possibly an upgraded Tegra X1 chip or a custom chipset from NVIDIA. Despite AMD's advancements, especially with the Valve Stream Deck and Asus ROG Ally, NVIDIA remains the favored choice. According to Red Gaming Tech, the Nintendo Switch 2 is expected to feature an 8-core Cortex-A7 8AE processor, 10 streaming multiprocessors, 8GB of RAM, and just 64GB of eMMC storage. While an upgrade over the current Switch, it falls short of the power needed to compete with the PS5 or Xbox Series X. Previous rumors of a potential coprocessor chip for the Switch 2 or the Nintendo Switch Pro meant to enhance power and video output when connected to a 4K TV have gone quiet. Rumored onboard storage is 512GB, marking a significant upgrade from the original Switch's 32GB and the Switch OLED's 64GB. Nintendo Switch 2 display. Regarding the display, it is anticipated that the Switch 2 will adopt an OLED panel similar to the Switch OLED. However, there is hope for an improvement in refresh rates, potentially increasing from the current 60Hz to 120Hz. On the flip side, Sharp, the current supplier of Switch display, has mentioned working on a new LCD panel for a new gaming console, possibly indicating the Switch 2. This raises concerns as it could mean the Switch 2 might feature more dated screen technology than the Switch OLED. There is a possibility Sharp is referring to another undisclosed console, but there is apprehension that the Switch 2 may not come standard with OLED panels. These concerns are heightened by a recent rumor suggesting that the Switch 2 might debut with an LCD display to manage production cost. Tipster Nate the Hate's latest rumor further supports the idea that the Nintendo Switch 2 could indeed feature an LCD display. Nintendo Switch 2 features. While concrete details about the Nintendo Switch 2's features are still elusive, we can make some educated predictions based on user expectations and industry trends. Enhanced Joy-Cons. If the Switch 2 retains the same control scheme as its predecessor, users are hoping for improvements in the Joy-Cons. Addressing issues like potential stick drifting and introducing analog triggers for finer control, especially in racing games, would enhance the overall gaming experience. Additional tweaks to the ergonomics, if Nintendo maintains the Switch's core design, would also be welcomed. Extended battery life. One critical aspect users want to see improved is battery life. The current Switch tends to run out of power relatively quickly, especially during resource-intensive games like Breath of the Wild. Users are anticipating a larger battery in the Switch 2 to make it a more reliable gaming companion, particularly during extended gaming sessions or on long international flights. Improved Wi-Fi connectivity. While not the most obvious upgrade, enhanced Wi-Fi connectivity is on the wish list for the Nintendo Switch 2. This improvement would have a significant impact on areas like game streaming and rapid game downloads. As digital content becomes more prevalent, a better Wi-Fi connection is crucial for a seamless and enjoyable gaming experience. Nintendo Switch 2 games. Excitement surrounds the gaming landscape as the Nintendo Switch 2 is rumored to bring forth a captivating lineup of titles. Rumors are circulating about an upcoming Mario game for the Nintendo Switch 2, developed using the Unreal 4 engine. This speculation gains traction as reports suggest the console's launch will feature a new 3D Mario title. Additionally, in its second year, the Nintendo Switch 2 is expected to receive a high-budget Mario Kart game titled Mario Kart X. There are also murmurs that Final Fantasy VII Remake will boast graphics and performance resembling that of a PS5 game when played on the Switch 2. This 2020 title could serve as a powerful demonstration of the new console's capabilities, surpassing what the current Switch can handle. According to a leak from Nash Weedle, the Bayonetta trilogy is rumored to make its way to the Switch 2. This collection would include the 3 mainline Bayonetta games, featuring upgraded visuals, enhanced performance, and HDR features for a stylish gaming experience. A recent Eurogamer report reveals that select developers had a behind-closed-doors preview of the Nintendo Switch 2 at the Gamescom 2023 trade show in Germany. Sources suggest that Nintendo showcased a new version of Breath of the Wild to highlight the Switch 2's capabilities. However, it remains uncertain whether a revamped version of the game will be released publicly or if it was solely for demonstration purposes. Anticipate the arrival of major first-party games on the Switch 2, including a potential new Zelda installment and an upgraded version of Mario Kart. Other game possibilities remain speculative and exist only in the realms of imagination at this point. Backwards compatibility. We are really looking forward to seeing backwards compatibility in the Nintendo Switch 2, a feature that's been a hit on the PS5 and Xbox Series X. The idea is that if you can play your older Switch games on the new console, it might run better and look even nicer. However, there is a worrisome rumor suggesting that the Switch 2 might not support playing old Switch games. If this turns out to be true, it would be disappointing, and Nintendo would have to make sure the new games for the Switch 2 are fantastic, especially without relying on the old game library. We've also argued that this backwards compatibility should extend to the Switch Joy-Cons. Getting extra Joy-Cons for the current Switch can be pricey, so it will be disappointing if they don't work with the Switch 2. Additionally, we are hopeful that other existing Switch accessories like the Ring Fit Adventure and external controllers will still be compatible with the Switch 2. Nonetheless, the anticipation is growing for the Nintendo Switch 2. Stay tuned as we eagerly await more details and updates on what could be an exciting chapter in the world of gaming. If you are as curious as we are, make sure to subscribe for future updates, and let's see what Nintendo has in store for the future of gaming.